Hi guys, there's a guy whose video channel I really want to commend to you, not necessarily for the right reasons. I don't know whether he's going to be very happy with me commending him to you, and given the type of guy he appears to be, there's every chance he could come round if he finds out where I live and blow my brains out, to be honest, because this guy's an absolute nutcase. The guy is called Gorilla199, and this guy, I'm going to tell you what he believes in. Just grab yourself a stiff drink, okay, pause the video. Right, this guy believes in giant flying reptilian gods who eat people. Well, this guy has got 129 videos out there. He's got videos about everything. He's got videos about Darwin and evolution. He's got videos telling you what an idiot Einstein is. This guy is a Christian as well. I'm so pleased he's a Christian, not an atheist. He's got over 3,000... he's got over 1,300 subscribers. He's got nearly 130 videos. Okay, this guy's big news in these circles, I think. Anyway, I made a comment on one of his videos, and the comment was as follows. Just let me drag it down here so I can tell you what the comment was. The comment was, you need locking up. Seriously, we do have drugs and treatments available for people like you. Now, needless to say, typical channels like this, it's approved, comments have to be approved. He didn't approve this comment. What he did instead was he decided to mail me back, and in the space of a few minutes he sent me 3 mails. Let me tell you the mails he sent me. The first mail was entitled Wanker, and he made a suggestion to me, a very simple suggestion: eat my shit. That was his suggestion. Then a few seconds later I got another mail back off him, no title to this one, just Freemason Wanker. Now this guy doesn't like Masons. He seems to think that I'm a Mason. In fact, anybody who disagrees with him is a Mason, which is quite interesting, because I think he believes that Masons are actually these shape-shifting lizards themselves. They are the aliens. And so if everybody who doesn't agree with him is a Mason and therefore an alien, well, there's obviously a lot of these aliens out there, isn't there? Probably there must be a lot more aliens than there are humans, I would have thought, if it's people that don't agree with him. The interesting thing is there are 2 reasons why I couldn't become a Mason. Almost anybody of any belief can become a Mason as long as you aren't an atheist. You know, as far as the Masons are concerned, atheists, scum. Do you know what I mean? They're not interested. Anybody, they'll take anybody else. You can be a devil worshipper, you can be whatever you like, as long as you believe in some kind of supreme being. So that immediately has me out the reckoning for being a Mason. There is also the obvious thing that I'm not actually a giant flying reptilian god who eats people, so that's the other problem. So I can't really be a Mason, but he seems to think I am. Then anyway, he elaborates on these points he makes on the third one. The third video is titled Devil Worshipper, and he elaborates on it a little bit more. He says, go burn down another building like Alexandra Palace or Buncefield or the Twin Towers. Now, quite bizarre. In one of his videos, Alexandra Palace, if I said to you, what do you think is the most satanic building in the entire world? I don't know. People would come up with lots of things, people who believe it. Some cynical people would say something like the Vatican, wouldn't they, or something like that, or yeah, they come up with lots of things. Now, Alexandra Palace, the original home of the BBC, is, according to this guy, the most satanic building in the world. Seriously. Then he says that's all you Freemasons are good at. Well, as we've already established, I'm not a Freemason, but I have been on some Freemason sites just to have a look, having looked at his videos, and it seems that a lot of Masons groups do work for charity and lots of stuff like that. You know, lots of regional stuff in the area in which they are, as well as doing their shape-shifting reptilian alien work, taking over the world and burning down these buildings, obviously. Right, then he says, when God throws you into hell, I will slam the door shut behind you for him. You've got to remember, this guy's a Christian. I actually wrote a message to him. I wrote quite a considerable reply to him, and I asked him a series of questions. Unfortunately, I can't find it, and I hope it's not one of these things where YouTube actually loses your message when you hit reply. I fucking hate it when that happens. So it might be that he never got it. But one of the questions I asked him was about this, and about what Jesus would think to this. This idea of him wanting to slam the door. It doesn't seem very Christian behaviour, does it? It's not the kind of example, you know, isn't he supposed to turn the other cheek? He's not really following Christ's example here. I think a lot of theologists, Christian theologists, would say, well, actually, this guy is the kind of guy that will be going to hell more than anybody else. Then he says, his next line is, go worship a flying saucer, which I thought was quite funny. It's just total, you know, go burn down another building. That's all you Freemasons are good at. When God throws you in hell, slam the door behind you for him. Go worship a flying saucer. course. And then finally, Antichrist. So there you go. In the step of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines, I've actually been promoted. Obviously, this Masons thing, it's quite a good lark because you get promoted very, very quickly. I've gone from being a devil worshipper in the first line to being the devil himself in the last line. That's a rise through the ranks. I've always been a bit of a loafer, somebody who perhaps doesn't go for promotion, doesn't put themselves forward in that kind of way. But there you go. In the space of a few sentences, I've gone from a devil worshipper to the top slot, the head honcho, the big cheese, Joe Beef. I've got there. I'm the Antichrist himself by the end of the email. This Gorilla199, he is an absolute space cadet. You've got to. I'm not going to pick any videos out. Just have a look at some of them. He's absolutely fantastic. This guy is a dream. If you're upset, if you're feeling a bit down, if you want to have a bit of a laugh, Gorilla199. He's got my absolute recommendation. Top bloke. And if you see him, please ask him not to kill me.